When I first heard about the premise of Secrets and Pies many weeks back, I was immediately reminded of Pinkie's mental breakdown all the way back during Party of One. And I'm quite sure that was exactly the writer's intention here. We thoroughly enjoyed some of Pinkie's more extreme reactions in the show over the years, so it makes sense that the MLP staff would want to come up with more storyline opportunities to take advantage of it. However, that does come with some risk, as you can't just make Pinkie become overly frustrated and paranoid just for the sake of entertainment. You've got to come up with some worthwhile reasons to make it believable for the characters. So, does Secrets and Pies pull this off effectively? Let's find out. The episode begins with Pinkie being Pinkie. I mean, how else can you describe a typical day for her? And we see that she's built up a habit of giving pies to Rainbow Dash for pretty much any possible reason she can think up. Though it doesn't take long for us to start noticing right alongside Pinkie that we don't actually see Rainbow eating any of the pies she's been given. And I do like that the episode doesn't make it immediately apparent what's really going on. We are given a glimpse of a pie in the trash, but it disappears before either we or Pinkie, for that matter, can really be sure of what we saw. Unlike the portrayals in Party of One, which were far more obvious to the viewer, the setup in Secrets and Pies keeps you guessing a little while longer, which makes for a nice touch. Plus, while Pinkie is certainly coming up with some paranoid scenarios, for which that Rainbow Dash design is pretty interesting to see, by the way, I am glad that she isn't accusing Rainbow directly, even with a mountain of evidence to support her claims. Even in those moments, she was trying to give Rainbow a chance to prove her wrong, or at the very least explain herself. But while we're on that subject, let's talk about Rainbow's motivations here. Because throughout the story, I was getting a few hints that perhaps, just perhaps, Rainbow might have had a more noble intent here. It was obvious that she would avoid eating the pies herself at every opportunity, but we do see just how happy everyone else was whenever they would get surprised with a pie of their own. And it occurred to me that we might be seeing Pinkie learning that even if Rainbow wasn't the one eating the desserts, she was making a concerted effort to share that joy with others. So, while Rainbow would still be in the wrong for lying all this time, there could have been a greater depth to her motivations behind it. But then she was feeding pies to her pet, knowing full well from her visit to the vet just how bad it was to give that to a tortoise in the first place. And this whole thing got started because she was tossing a pie in the trash, knowing full well how much effort Pinkie was putting into it. So yeah, Rainbow is most definitely in the wrong here, even if it all stemmed from not wanting to take away that look of pure joy Pinkie had whenever she was delivering another pie. But you know what? In the end, the main focus of Secrets and Pies really isn't so much on the lesson. This is most certainly more focused on just how many entertaining expressions, clever Easter eggs, and creative sight gags the animators can come up with in a single episode. And honestly, I don't mind seeing those entries once in a while. This was genuinely fun to watch. And I didn't always know what would be coming up next either. The idea that Rainbow had actually gotten to the point of being able to outwit Pinkie so consistently and so nonchalantly is really impressive. Seeing Pinkie have to keep her eyes so focused to the point of not blinking for who knows how long, and then having Rainbow manage to hide yet another pie in a literal blink of an eye, it's just so entertaining. And you know what? I actually do believe the setup, the conflict, and even the resolution. So, in my opinion, Secrets and Pies wasn't all just an excuse for Pinkie to have another mental breakdown. It was clever, character-driven, and most importantly, entertaining. And given that the last 2 episodes had such poignant lessons, I think going back for a much more comedic tone here makes for a nice break. What do you think, though? Was this a believable way to bring some of Pinkie's more extreme reactions back into the series for a time? Was the setup and the resolution for Rainbow Dash a good fit for her role in the story? I would like to hear your thoughts on Secrets and Pies. And here's looking forward to even more hilarious expressions in MLP's future. I am Dr. Wolf, and I look forward to hearing from you.